I would now like to invite Mr. Rahul Prithiani, CRISIL Director, for unveiling the knowledge report prepared by CRISIL, specially for the World Non-Ferrous Conference 2016. I would also invite Mr. Sunil Madia and Mrs. Saloni Madia once again for the unveiling. Please welcome them with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Madia, and for inviting us to be part of this initiatives. And I know you've been planning it for a while, and we are happy to be part of this. And it's as Mr. Pai earlier mentioned. Clearly, we at CRISIL believe we are strongly at a growth path for the aluminum industry, as well as the other metals linked on the non-ferrous side, be it copper, zinc. We are seeing a scenario here clearly where a lot of structural work that needed to be done is in the works. And we probably believe at CRISIL, we are at a takeoff stage over the next few years, and we could be very close to double-digit growth in some of the metals, non-ferrous metals, given the sheer under-penetration and the various initiatives, that Mr. Pai mentioned, especially linked to what we are seeing on the Smart Cities initiative, what we are seeing on the recycling, what we are seeing in terms of the overall government push towards investing a lot in infrastructure, be it on the power side, especially with the kind of initiatives that are happening on the T&D front, which could, over the longer term, drive big-time investment. But clearly, even over the last few years, the kind of investments that we've seen from the government side, the cleanup of the discoms to some extent, all these are things, which are all positive for the overall, demand on the non-ferrous space. And going forward, we are pretty, bullish with the kind of measures that have been put in place, though everything may not seem to be happening immediately. But a lot of structural things to drive demand are being done, though there is a lot more that can be done. But clearly, we are on a path where we will continue to be one of the fastest growing markets for the non-ferrous metals. And again, primarily driven by what is happening on the GDP side. And also on the consumption side, the initiatives that are happening, relatively lower interest rate scenarios prevailing, which will drive the overall auto segment. So by and large, we are in a structurally very strong wicket, and our report, which we are releasing here, again, the title says it all, El Dorado beckons. So we clearly believe, we are entering a structurally strong environment for the overall non-ferrous metal space. And our sense is we, as overall ecosystem, right from the primary players, secondary players downwards to all the facilitators who are there in the market, there are a lot of opportunities that are there, and everyone has to position themselves correctly to participate in the overall opportunity that exists. So thank you again, Mr. Madia. Thanks for the opportunity to be here on the stage. Thank you.